On behalf of the Gulf Times, I would like to welcome you to Diplomatic Dialogues. My name is Maria Fernanda and I will be your host on this journey we are taking together. Today we are very honored to have with us His Excellency Ferdinand Lanhstein. He is the ambassador of the Kingdom of the Netherlands to the state of Qatar. Thank you so much, Your Excellency,
Thank
for
you for
your
inviting
time.
me, Maria.
We know that you presented your credentials on 2023. How was that process since you found out you were going to be ambassador here and when you arrived initially to Qatar?
Well, I was very excited to learn that I was becoming ambassador here because I have a relationship with Qatar which started already in 2004. My younger sister lived here for 10 years, so I first visited Qatar in 2005.
Oh wow,
and,
that's amazing.
You know, when I learned that I was nominated and becoming the ambassador here, so I was over the moon. Yeah.
So that makes almost 2 years already living in
Almost
Qatar.
2 years, yes.
As a European ambassador, what's your favorite thing about living in Qatar, and would you encourage Dutch families to come and work here and live here in Qatar?
The life-work balance is fantastic here in Qatar, and it's a safe country. And you know, when the weather is nice, cool, etc. And I really would recommend Dutch people to live in Qatar. I think it's a great place to be.
When you returned to the Netherlands, whether it's to work or vacation, what is the first question or the most asked question about Qatar?
Most of the time they ask, how hot is Qatar? So then, is it hot like 50 degrees? I said, well, no. It's sometimes in summer it's 50 degrees, but a lot of the time in a year it's really doable and really good to be.
On the other way around, for all the viewers that are eager to go to the Netherlands, what are the places and experiences that they cannot miss?
Well, the weather is a thing in the Netherlands because it's very unpredictable. And but my recommendation would be travel to the Netherlands between May and September. That's the best time of the year. The trees are green, the flowers are out, and the sun is shining most of the time. And I think that will be the best time. But if you want to visit the Keukenhof, where you find the tulips, you have to be there in April.
In April, okay,
Yes.
and it's a must. We have to go and we have to visit. Now, changing to cultural diplomacy. The embassy is currently hosting an exhibition of art, and you brought pieces that date over 400 years.
Yes.
Could you please let us know more about not only this exhibition, but the future also cultural events that we can expect from the Netherlands here in Qatar?
When I started a year ago, I found out that we didn't do so much on cultural relationships with Qatar. I think there's a big opportunity to engage more about sharing both the cultures from both sides, and that will also help to understand each other better. So I went on a discovery, and then I found people who were willing to come to Qatar. One of this was the exhibition you're talking about with an overview of 400 years of artwork from the Netherlands. And I'm planning now in February to bring 2 experts on Dutch art to Qatar to give lectures. Might be in the National Library, which I think is a great venue, built by Rem Koolhaas. So that will be a great next step after this event. And I'm looking for other opportunities, so there are more on the list to do. So hopefully people will see more about Dutch culture here in Qatar.
And also the Netherlands has a lot to share when we are talking about culture.
Yes.
And now, speaking about that, to know more about these cultural events, we should follow the embassy in social media. And you are as well very active on social media, and you use your platform not only to showcase the country itself, the Netherlands, but also the hard work of the embassy here. Yes. Speaking about modern diplomacy, how do you see the future in digital diplomacy and the importance of using social media between the diplomatic sector?
Yeah, I think social media is key in diplomacy because you can react very fast. People can watch directly, and it gives me a platform of immediately sharing my thoughts and my activities on a daily basis. So most of the time what I do is, if I've been to an event and I sit in the car back to office, I are already busy with putting things on my storyline. And I see that's working, and so people are connecting to it, and I get a great relationship. And people also start asking questions to me by social media. So I think that's an important job we have to do, to connect to the people and be open for communication our stakeholders.
And I believe also there is a lot of work in the embassy that you don't see, and in social media there's a way to show,
Exactly.
to show the people.
Yeah.
Speaking about the relationship between Qatar and the Netherlands, there is a big economic relationship between
Absolutely.
both. Which are the sectors to look closely for the people who are interested in this relationship?
Yeah, so we're mainly focusing on agricultural side, mainly food security. So we like to support the food security strategy of Qatar, which was launched a couple of months ago. We are now very busy with the Web Summit preparations and digitalization. So Qatar wants to become a knowledge hub, and we believe that the Netherlands can offer a lot on knowledge-based economy, with innovation, with knowledge institutions, think tanks, and those kind of things. So those are two main areas. We're working on sports diplomacy. Recently, my most favorite football team of Feyenoord was here. The women's team was here in Qatar.
Oh, true, yeah.
We're also working on the maritime sector and the security sector. So on defense cooperation, the maritime industry in the Netherlands is big because we are a maritime nation. So I think a lot of things to share and to help to support Qatar with achieving their ambitions and their goals in the near future.
Your Excellency, for the young diplomats that see you and admire you, what would be your advice, and how can they learn more about your journey?
We need young people, and I think young people are the future, and so we also give a platform for young people to experience the diplomatic work. So we have some Dutch people now in office who are trainees coming from the Netherlands, work for different ministries and learn the work of being a diplomat, and that helps also to learn more about how does the diplomacy fit in the government work and in political work. I think young people, they have bright ideas, they're creative, and they can add a lot of value to the work at the embassy.
Before we do our last question, what about we do a quick lightning round? So I will tell you a short question, and you have to answer with 2 or 3 words that come first to your mind.
Okay.
Favorite place to spend an afternoon in Qatar?
Inland sea, and they go there swimming and lie on the beach.
And now your favorite place to spend an afternoon in the Netherlands?
I would be the same. I live in The Hague, which is close to the sea, so I like to walk to go to the beach.
Souk Waqif or Lusail City?
I think Lusail City is an amazing place to walk around.
Have you ever worn a Qatari traditional dress?
Not the full dress.
Okay.
Well, I have a thobe from Oman when I visited Oman.
Okay, perfect. Who's your favorite writer?
I love Haruki Murakami. He's a Japanese writer, and he has an amazing collection of works.
What is your favorite sport?
I love to drive my racing bicycle.
Oh, wow.
On the afternoons, on the Olympic track
Well, that's amazing. Do you prefer karak or gahwa?
That's a difficult one, because I love the tradition of kahwa, but I prefer the sweetness of karak.
And the newspaper, do you read it in a printed version, or you prefer now the digital version?
Maria, I think I'm fully digital. So.
Our last question. We know that you are a very busy man, but how does Ambassador Ferdinand spends his free time here in Qatar?
Yeah, so large part of my free time goes into riding my racing bicycle, and I do it with my ambassador friends like Igor, the Rwandan ambassador, and also the ambassador of Mexico, who is a Olympic cyclist. So I really love to cycle with them.
Well, thank you so much, Your Excellency, and see you again for more cultural conversations.